How's it going, guys? Empress Scar here, Steven signing in. And today I bring you another awesome video. Guys, we are so close to 40 subscribers and getting closer to our goal of 100 subscribers. Can we get there? Let's bring up this community and grow it together. Anyway, today I'll be going over GTA 5 versus The Last of Us. These two are different genres though, but we'll forget that for the sake of this video. I'll be going over 5 things and each one is worth 10 points, and by the end of it, there will be a total score of 50 points for each game. I'll be going over the appeal of the game, the graphics, the gameplay, the storyline, and the overall experience the game brings you when you've completed it. Now, let's get going. We'll be starting with GTA 5, the appeal of the game. Now, GTA is a game where you can basically do anything. It's almost like a real life brought into a game, or whatever you want to compare it to. Now, so that will be appealing because you can do so many things. You can do random things. You can ride over people. You can go rob a bank. You've got a selection of so many things to do, which overall is really, really good. So it appeals to people in terms of escaping from this world to playing this game. GTA 5 is honestly a really good game. So in terms of appeal, I would give it a solid 9.5. No, let's put that at about a 9. 9.5, we'll go with that. You drop a hard bargain. So with appeal, GTA 5, because of the overwhelming amount of things you can do, you can buy a house, you can go and buy a boat, you can... the selection of things is immense. So that's why I give it a 9.5 for appeal. Now The Last of Us, the appeal of it. The Last of Us is a game it's a survival horror game based on a zombie apocalypse that happens. You play with this guy named Joel who has to go and deliver this girl to an organization which is trying to stop this infection which has been spread for already 20 years. And the game goes over the relationship that he builds with this girl as a father and daughter relationship, which is cool. You fight various infected and it's really good. Now the appeal of it, when you think about it, a lot of people, the zombie genre or the survival horror genre is actually really big, so the appeal of it is quite immense as well, but not as immense as GTA. So that's why in terms of appeal, I will give it an 8 out of 10. So now GTA is holding the number 1 spot so far. What will happen? Let's find out. Now in terms of graphics, GTA 5 looks very, very good in terms of graphics. You can see everything quite well done. The animations, the graphics of the movements of, let's say, the grass, the trees, etc., the people, everything. But one thing it doesn't have, in my opinion, compared to The Last of Us, is the people aren't as well done. The shading, it's less thought out and developed, while Last of Us is more developed and it looks more lifelike. So in this regard, graphics, I will give it GTA an 8. Now The Last of Us. The graphics are something to me that it was one of the first games I remember playing that had such good graphics. When I first played it, I was like, yo, this is like real life. What am I playing? It was really, really awesome. I sound like a fanboy. I would admit going into this, I'm more of a fan of Last of Us. What did you say? Nothing. Anyway, so the graphics of The Last of Us, in terms of the people and how well they are drawn out and animated and shaded, it's better than GTA 5. In terms of background, they are more similar in that regard, but I'm gonna hand over the cake to The Last of Us, and I'll give it a 9.2. So, if you add up those scores, I don't know who's winning, but it's still probably GTA. Who knows? Maybe I'm good at maths, maybe I'm not. We'll never find out. Anyway, now we're going on to the gameplay. The GTA 5 has a various selection of stuff you can do for gameplay. As I listed before in the beginning, there's so much you can do. As I listed rob a bank, if you wanted, you can own a country in the game. That's how immense and hectic it is. Some of the things you can do aren't very good, but in terms of gameplay, the shooting you can do, with the running, with the hijacking cars, I mean, you can hijack a helicopter. Who knows what you can do in this game? I mean, you could probably travel to a different galaxy. We don't know the various sorts of things that you can do. It's amazing. So in terms of gameplay, I will give GTA 5 a 9.7. Now The Last of Us. The Last of Us is a linear game. So it's set in a premise of you going from point A to B, and there's one way to do it. GTA is not. You can obviously do the main mission, but you can do side missions, you can do what you want. That's what captivates people. The gameplay of The Last of Us, sure, there's so many cool things, fighting the infected, you fight the people, the mechanics that you can do is really, really well thought out. Using things to distract people, like objects, you can use bricks, bottles to distract the clickers, infected, etc. So you can basically go through the whole game, or almost the whole game at least, without hurting anyone. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, so it is honestly well thought out, so I'll give it a solid 8.7. So the number 4 thing we are going into. Words, Stephen. Storyline. Now GTA 5 it's not a game that you go in specifically for the storyline. It's a game you go in for the various sorts of things that you can do. You go in it because it's something that appeals to you. It's a type of genre that appeals to the audience or the gamers. So it's not something that you go in and mention to people. Oh my gosh, dude, the storyline was like so awesome. Yeah, dude, I know, it's like the best ever. You don't go and do that. It's not something you do. Well, I'll be honest here, I haven't played the whole storyline of GTA 5, but I have played of a few of the other GTAs, and it's not something that immediately draws your attention. It's the gameplay, the amounts of things you can do, and how big the world is. That's what captivates you, not the storyline. So the storyline, I'll be giving a 7. Now The Last of Us. As I've said, this is a linear game. So with those things, you're limited with the amount of things you can do. So storyline is something that you must bring up to captivate people. It has to be the main focus in the game. So The Last of Us certainly did not disappoint. With the relations building up through the game, you see various different characters and sometimes there's arguments, sometimes different things happen, and it's really, I'm not going to get into the storyline right now, but the ending especially is something that you don't expect. You're like, what's going to happen? Is there number 2? I'm speaking of when we played it back then, when it first came out. Obviously it's a number 2 now, but is there going to be a number 2? I don't think so. What happened? What are the characters thinking? So you really have to hand it to the developers for well thought out storyline.
What are you so afraid
So in terms of storyline, I'll be giving The Last of Us a 10.
What do we do?
Now we finally go into the last segment, or whatever you want to call it. Overall experience. Now GTA 5. Its overall experience, as I said, there's so many things you can do. I must put up a counter. It's probably the 20th time I've said that. But it's just, I'm trying to say how good it is. The overall experience is something that you can play for literally months, if not years on end, with the amount of, not the storyline, but just the things you can do. As I said, okay, 21st time now I've said that. It's really, really, really captivating. It makes you feel like you are in the game. If they made a VR game for us, like a really good VR one, then then that's billions of dollars right there in profit. It's something that you don't go sit down and play for a few days and then you've done. It's something, if you go into it, you can expect not to get out of it for months. And when you actually do finish, or when you actually do get tired of it, it's something that you think back in terms of nostalgia, or something that you really, really enjoy. So the overall experience with GTA as a whole, not just GTA 5, I'll also include GTA San Andreas 4, because this is a game I played a lot. Maybe it's cheating, maybe it's not. But San Andreas had all the cheats and stuff, and I don't know about GTA 5, I don't think it has that much, but I could be wrong. The mods though, I think, are really immense. It was something that you think back and very fondly. So an overall experience, I'll give it 8.8. No, actually I'll give it a 9. Let's be fair here. Now the overall experience of The Last of Us. This is a tough one, because the storyline, as I said, I gave that a 10, because that's the main focus of the game. You don't go in it for other things. So The Last of Us overall experience was something I remember also very fondly when I played it first time. I actually played it at least altogether 2 or 3 dozen times. That's how much I played this game, and it's just a linear game. I think it's the right word I'm using. Hopefully it is. Anyway, so it was something that you remember fondly in terms of the storyline, the relationship between the characters, the fighting, the multiplayer. Everything was pretty darn good. The appeal of the game was also. But it wasn't something, when I looked at it the first time, the cover of the game, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really like this game. And when you go into it, then you're like, damn, I take back what I said. This game is really awesome. My favorite segment, or part of the game, was the autumn, and the autumn section, because it's just the colors and the various. The storyline of that section was nice. It was something that you didn't expect. The change between the dynamics of the characters. So the overall experience was something that I really, really enjoyed. So I will give it a 9.5. Now we'll add up everything all together and see who won. Let's do this. As you can see, if you add up all the points for GTA 5, you'll get a total of 43.2. And if you add all the totals of The Last of Us, you get a total score of 45.4. Can we get a round of applause for number 1, The Last of Us? I don't know why I said number 1. There's only 2 things we're comparing and versing. That are versing each other, but anyway, The Last of Us comes at the top of the top, in my opinion. So I think most people probably say GTA, because it is honestly a really good game. I'm not scrapping on it, but in my opinion, The Last of Us is better. So that's is my conclusion on this versus battle. The Last of Us is better, in my opinion. So yes, if you guys enjoyed this video and you would like me to compare other games against each other, then please guys in the comments below and tell me if there's anything wrong, which there is. Obviously there is. We all get better each and every day. So yeah, and subscribe and maybe share please, because we're getting closer and closer to our goal of 50 subscribers and eventually 100, maybe even more. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And this is Emperor Scar Steven signing out. Peace.